All right, this is this is integration by parts. We're doing integration by parts. Integral of u dv equals u times v minus the integral of v du. All right, remember that's the formula for integration by parts. Let's see. So in this case, you have u equal e to the 3x and dv equal cosine x dx. Doesn't matter which one. It turns out in this one, it doesn't really matter which one you do, as long as you stick with the same plan, because you're going to have to do this several times. Now, this one actually turns out really weird, so pay attention to the end, okay? Because there's a weird twist near the end. All right. I'm going to let u equal e to the 3x because I'm going to avoid fractions. Right? If you let e to the 3x be the dv part, you're going to get fractions when you integrate. So it's not that you can avoid fractions completely. It's just that you can avoid it most of the time by doing it this way. All right. So let's do this. All right. So I'm going to let u equal e to the 3x and dv equal cosine x dx. Remember, you take the derivative of u, so that's e3. 3 times e to the 3x dx. Integrate cosine. Integral of cosine is sine. All right, let's go ahead and put that in there. So that's going to be, so what I've done, u e to 3x, that's this part. dv is cosine x dx, that's this part. Now I'm rewriting this, so I found the other parts, right? Take the derivative of u to give me 3e to 3x. Remember, chain rule. Derivative of e to the x is just e to the x, but then you got to take the derivative of the exponent. That's where that 3 comes from. And then integrate. You integrate the dv. Integral of cosine is sine. Right? Okay. So now I'm going to fill in the right-hand side. So u is e to 3x, and v is sine x. So u is e to the 3x, and v is sine x. Minus v, or integral of v, which is sine x, and du is, it's 3 times e to the 3x, so I'm going to put the 3 right in there, and go ahead and put e to the 3x there. Remember, order doesn't matter with multiplication, right? So you can put any order you want. All right, so that means I got to do it again. All right, so I'm going to do e to the 3x sine x minus 3, and I'm going to just put a big square bracket there. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process with e to the 3x sine x. So now I'm going to let u equal e to the 3x again. So this is what I meant by consistent. Like, don't switch now. Don't switch sine x to be u and then dv to be e to the 3x. Okay. If you switch it around, I can't guarantee it'll work. Things get, whatever. All right. So dv equals what? Sine x. Continuing, so du equals 3e to 3x like last time. Integral of integral of sine x dx is negative cosine x. All right, remember we're integrating these. All right, now let's fill in. So uv, all right, so it's e to the 3x negative cosine x. So it's negative e to the 3x cosine x minus v du. So that's a negative cosine x. Space it there. So a minus, that's going to turn into a plus. And the 3, I'm going to pull it out here, and it's e to 3x cosine x. E to 3x cosine x dx. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and distribute it. So that's a negative 3 to negative, making it plus 3. And negative 3 times positive 3 is negative 9. Now, you might have noticed that this piece on the right is the same as I had over here. So what I'm going to do is actually move this from the right-hand side and add it to the left. All right, so this is what happens. So it's one of these and add 9 of these. So it's going to be 10 e to the 3x cosine x dx is equal to that. So it's e to the 3x sine x plus 3e to the 3x cosine x. And then I'm going to divide by 10. So e to 3x cosine x dx equals, so dividing by 10 is the same as just multiplying by 1/10. E to 3x sine x plus 3e to 3x cosine x plus c. Alright, some of you may be wondering, well, isn't it too late to add c? Can I add it earlier? Maybe you probably could. But be careful though, you don't want to do c over 10. Remember, c is an unknown constant. So there's no point in putting an unknown constant over 10. Just leave it c. So even if you do add c earlier, don't put c over 10. Just leave it as c. Okay? And in some cases, they might write it a little differently, like factor out the e to the 3x. So it'll be 1/10 e to the 3x sine x plus 3 cosine x. That's a little cleaner, but you know, that's not a big deal. All right.